वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. You beloved of the Guru will recall that in my recent 2-3 posts I have discussed the uniqueness of the empire of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. How unique a king he was is proved by facts which I have stated in brief in those posts. His rule covered the first half of the 19th century. So now I have come to the history of the 19th century, wherein the Sikhs, while Bharat was alive, were at peak. On the advent of this century, Khalsa Raj had been fully established, and as the century advanced, it attained heights. It covered the vast areas from Gilgit and Tibet in the north to the deserts of Sindh, and from Khyber Pass in the west to Satluj in the east. But immediately after the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Britishers realized that it was the time to divide the Sikhs and capture their empire. The battles that took place between the Britishers and the Sikhs were fought vigorously by the Sikhs. Shah Muhammad, a poet of that time, had described the battle in his Jangnama by saying that the Sikhs squeezed the Britishers like lemons. But with their tricks and policy of dividing the Sikhs, the Britishers ultimately won the battles. Nobody could nobody could dare to resort to such practices during the lifetime of the Lion King. That is why Shah Muhammad has said that in the absence of the Maharaja Sahib, these battles were won by the Britishers. He said, शाह मुहम्मदा एक सरकार बाजो फौजा जित के अंत ਨੂੰ ਹਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ. The Sikh general who betrayed the Sikhs like Tej Singh and Lal Singh could not think of doing it when Maharaja Sahib was alive. That is why these lines have been stated by Shah Muhammad. This country not only witnessed the rise and fall of the unique empire, this century not only witnessed the rise and fall of the unique empire, but also witnessed the beginning of the struggle for freedom of the country. And this struggle was also started by Sikhs. The first Indian patriot to raise the banner of revolt against the British was Bhai Maharaj Singh. Bhai Maharaj Singh, from his very childhood, was a devout Sikh. He had learned Gurbani, Sikh history, from a dera meant for imparting such a knowledge. During his youth, he was attached with the dera of Bhai Bir Singh of Narangabad. Bhai Maharaj Singh was a humble person who served at the dera. He also fought with the Britishers, and when annexation of Punjab took place in 1849, he still carried on the mission of stopping the Britishers from taking Maharaja Dalip Singh to Britain and taking back the Khalsa Empire from them. He made all efforts to collect the people for carrying on their fight against the Britishers. Gradually, a number of people started collecting around him. They also started attacking the Britishers. The Britishers then realized that Bhai Maharaj Singh was a big threat to them. He was arrested and exiled to Singapore. He was kept in isolation and tortured. Bhai Sahib died there in 1856. Bhai Maharaj Singh was the only Sikh in Singapore at that time. When later on the Britishers realized that the Sikhs were the martial people, they started recruiting them in great number in army and police. The Britishers also knew that apart from their valor, they were humble human beings and loyal to their masters. So they started wooing them by giving them posts, titles, and land as appreciation steps. When some Sikhs were employed in the police and were posted in Singapore, they came to know of Bhai Maharaj Singh and made efforts to revive his memory. A Gurdwara was built in his memory, which now is situated at Sylhet Road in Singapore and visited by a large number of local and tourist Sikhs. Akhand parts are performed there and are always in progress. Whenever you go, a Akhand part is going on there. It was not only by Maharaj Singh who raised voice against the British. Kuka movement was also a big voice for the freedom of the country. Baba Ram Singh, the head of the Namdhari sect, had started a civil disobedience and non-cooperation movement against the British. Remember that these movements were started by him at that time when Mahatma Gandhi was not even born. So, as a result, a large number of Namdharis, known as Kukas, became against the Britishers and started their efforts to expel them from the country. As a result, a large number of Namdharis, known as Kukas because of their high-pitched voice, were killed. 66 Kukas were blown by cannon on 17 January 1872. That all these Sikhs were the forerunners of the fight for freedom of the countries is proved by the words of Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General at that time. He said Sikhs were not only fighting for themselves, but wanted the Britishers to go from the country. That was the beginning of the freedom movement, and that is a unique feature of the freedom struggle, which is generally not revealed to the people or is lesser known to the people. I shall be discussing further as what this 19th century history of Sikhs give us as unique, so that we may be able to tell the people as the uniqueness of the Sikhs during this century and what was their contribution toward freedom and other movements. In my further posts, I will be talking about them. Till then, I take your leave. Kindly go on liking these posts and subscribing to our channel, Uniqueness of Sikhism. Thank you very much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.